Welcome back to RealVacantLand.com. I'm excited to bring you another property. This one is in New Mexico. It's a 10 acre in Cibola County, New Mexico. And it's going to be the cheapest one in the area. I haven't figured out the price yet. We're going to take a look at the market. We're going to look at the property and come up with a price. So let's dig into it. Let's go to the website. I'm going to hit some buttons here. So we're on RealVacantLand.com. This is 10 acres. I'm looking for a cash sale on this one. There's a buy it now button. I'll get that set up. When it's going, you can just hit that and buy the property. Feel free to take a look at it first. There's GPS coordinates here. You can click on that and go take a look at it in your phone. If you click on it in your phone, it'll give you driving directions to go see the property. If you click on it in the computer, it'll give you a map, Google Map you can play with and zoom in, zoom out, figure out where stuff is. It's about 7,500 foot. It's higher elevation property than lots of the ones that have. No closing document fees. It'll be included in the price. Taxes have been about 140, or last year's 147 bucks. So it's under $150 a year in taxes. And let's click the GPS coordinates and see where this thing is at. Let's see. It's coming up in Google Maps. And there's a road on the western boundary of this, and it's a rectangle. And on the left, on the east, it's all parklands. Looks like some little trails. People drive around there. There's a pond just to the north. There's a couple ponds in the area. You can see these all these old volcanoes. There's a whole string of old volcanoes down here. Chain of Craters Wilderness Study Area. They're all named. They have different names. These are all park. You're right next to the park. I think it's National Park. Over here, Pine Hill is the supplies. There's a let's see if we can get this to work. Or let's just search post office, see what comes up. I think it's the Pine Hill one. Yeah. So Pine Hill, there's a little town over here called Pine Hill. It's about 15 miles. Google says 30 minutes, about 15 miles to the post office. And there's a grocery store there. If we zoom in on the little town, you can see. I think this is the grocery store, I believe. Big parking lot. Yeah, Pine Hill Market. It's on the Indian Reservation. There's gas here too, so you probably get some really cheap supplies. There's a credit union, so you can do your banking over here. There's a school, Pine Hill School. Couple reviews. There's a school not very far away, and there's a wolf sanctuary over here. So this is all parkland, and so you're not very far from the grocery store, post office. You can get stuff shipped in, shipped out. If you want to go for like lumber and that kind of stuff, Grants is probably the closest. So if we do Grants, New Mexico, you'll go up here. Google's doing its thing, so it's taking 53 around. Grants there's a Walmart, and there's a lumber store, gas, groceries and stuff in Grants. That's 50 miles to Grants. I think it's like 60 miles up to Gallup. Let's see. Gallup's another town, lots of supplies and stuff. 70 miles up, well, yeah, it's about 70 miles if you take this route through Mountain View and up to Gallup. Hour and a half. But you can get supplies a lot closer than that. 15 miles, you can get basic supplies. If you want the specialized supplies, special tractor part or something, and you don't want to get it shipped, you have to drive up to Gallup to get it. Or rent heavy equipment or something. Let's look at the next. I got this pulled up on the map. Here's the property lines. It goes right up to this road. This is just off, round world flat map thing. It's got some trees. I think there are, I don't think these are pinyon pine, but I think there's some pinyon pine in the area. I think these are, I'm not sure what kind of pine tree they are. I thought I knew. Scotch pine or something. It's pretty flat. I didn't get into that. Let's see if I can do 3D on this. Yeah, see there's a couple ponds in the area. I don't think the data is really good enough to see 3D here, but it's pretty flat. It's relatively flat land. I think you're going to be looking off at these volcanoes off to the side. Old volcanoes. Not like Hawaiian volcanoes. You gotta wait for the report to run the other direction. Here's some different maps. Okay, so if we play with this one, we might be able to see who the neighbors are. Because I thought this was private or public land just to the side there. But this looks like there might be a neighborhood going to the side. So maybe to the south of it is government land. Oh, geez. Yeah, okay, so it's not bordering the government land, but it's really close. You just go down the street, you can get into the government land. This is all government land. This might be government land. No, this is still laid out in the neighborhood. So not very far away, you get into government land. So just to the south, around this whole area. There's a bunch of little trails. Looks like you can go explore all over this government land. You can drive through it. I think it's a national monument, so it's not BLM. BLM says, oh, don't drive on it. This is the kind of stuff I think you can drive on. I pulled up some maps. Let's go into that. This is kind of a corny map, but it's got, government and private sections, and this property's over in here. Chain of Craters Wilderness Area. And I pulled this up. This is wilderness.net. And if you go into wilderness.net, you can get all kinds of different government land maps. Different people that, different parts of the government that own land. And so this property is right in this general area here. It's got the names of these. Look at this 8,000 foot volcano over here. This one sticks up a good deal. 8,000, Cerro Negro, Cerro whatever, Hueco. Lava Tubes Road. I mean, this is the kind of stuff for the tourists. The tourists go see all these different volcanoes. And it's got, I think this one is maybe BLM. Yeah, so this is BLM. So there's a couple pieces of BLM in there. That looks like some beautiful countryside. So here's aspen, pine, juniper, and fir. A couple different kinds of trees in the area. Yeah, so the property's like 7,000, and some of these peaks go up 1,000 foot, 8,000 something. I said 7,000, right? Or 7,500. Oh, okay. So some of those peaks are 6, 7, 800 foot off the floor, off the valley floor. And El Mapas National Monument. I was looking at that. That's like the name of the greater park in the area. I got pictures of it too, but I pulled up the Google reviews of this thing. I was just looking at that, and like the local one that shows up in the top, This is one of the nicest national monuments in New Mexico. The visitor center is huge and gorgeous with a large museum about the area. The park ranger is extremely helpful and friendly. The park itself is enormous and requires a bit of driving. He's basically saying it'll take you a couple days to go see this park. It just stretches all over the place. You get a bunch of positive reviews in this park. It sounds like people really like to visit this park. I was speechless when I got there. There's so much history engraved in the walls. Okay. And then I pulled up Instagram on the park, because this is right next to the property, right? And this is probably the highlights of the park, but still, I mean, big, beautiful rock formations and arches, and people exploring the park. Look at the funky clouds over the landscape. Mom and daughter taking a tour. Husband and wife going for a kiss, going for a walk, looking at the countryside. Younger couple. I mean, people having fun. Someone playing with the filters on their camera. Some other people cruising through. Looking at the trees, looking at the rocks, looking at the countryside. It's just classic New Mexico. It's got New Mexico written all over it. Just on and on and on. Looks like a beautiful area. So we got to figure out the price of this thing. Oh yeah, I pulled up the tax count. Taxes are paid. I pulled up Land Watch. I pulled up the whole county, Cibola County. I did 7 acres and up, because there's some smaller ones around Grants, like these small little properties. This is 10 acres, right? It doesn't seem to have anybody right around it, so you get the place really to yourself. Probably lives like a lot more than 10 acres. Ken Taylor's got 10 acres for $8,900. Here's 11 acres in the Rama area for $5,500. Let's click on that. $5,500. Where is this? They don't tell you anything about it. The Lewis 8 subdivision. Got a lot of pictures of this thing. Why can't they just put the location on there, like a GPS or APN number or something? Because they want you to be a real estate agent, and you gotta click through and get the information out of their back office or whatever. So frustrating. Okay, so cheapest, anything close, $5,500. You can't even go take a look at it. At least Kent Taylor tells you where the property is. He's a lot more of a stand-up guy in that respect. So he does APN. He even gives you the GPS coordinates. Let's take a look at his property. So I'm looking this up because I'm trying to figure out what to price this property at. So if I'm just boring you, you can just fast forward to see what kind of price we get up to. 5 Gate Road. Let's see. It's on the no tree side, and there's trees on that side. Where is this? Oh, Rama. Okay, so our property's over here. His is over there. All over by the wolf sanctuary. I've had a couple properties in this area. He'll probably sell his. He's got a pretty good price on there. It's just a matter of time. Creek and fork of creek on property. Slopes towards creek. To me that sounds like there's a wash on the property. Oh, here's some pictures. Yeah, look, there's a wash. So mine's flat. He's got a wash on his. Ooh, look at that. There it is. Okay, so the GPS was like over here. He's got the wash on there. So you could access either side, which is nice. You build something on one side, build something on the other. You gotta drive all the way around to get there if it's water season or something. Or you start carving out a hole to drive through there. It's kind of a goofier lot. So the cheapest thing out there that's not the I can't contact you people over here, 5,500 weirdness, is Kent Taylor. And then it starts going up from there. So I think I gotta beat him. This person, I mean, good luck. If you can go figure out how to buy their property, great. Call them, see if they actually answer the phone. I think we should do, what's half of that? I should be able to do that math. What's 8,900? 4,450. I think if we get under 5,000 bucks, we got a deal. 49.99. Okay, let's do it. 49.99. Basically half of this guy's price. A little over half. Under this price, the person you can't get a hold of, I'm guessing. Maybe you can. Give them a call. But I'm still getting a price lower. $4,999. But I'm not cutting their price in half. Okay, there's the deal. To get this property, let me hit the button. To buy this property for $4,999, click the link below in the description. And that'll take you back to my website. I'll get the buy it now button working, so you can click that and check out with it. And feel free to take a look at it. Go figure it out. Nice, big, flat-looking 10-acre property. Doesn't have the wash through it. Doesn't have somebody you can't contact to buy it. All the costs included. Out the door, 400 or 4,999 bucks. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Hopefully this is the right one for you. If you want to see more videos like this about other properties, please hit subscribe. I'll keep them coming. And also give land away from time to time too. So if you're subscribed and you stick around and watch, you might have some good shots. Not might, you will. You have some good shots at getting some free land as well. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Luke Smith, RuralVacantLand.com.